Hello, welcome back to Curse of Strahd. This is
Guess who's
session
back?
six.
Guess who's back?
Guess who's back? Curse of Strahd. Um, all right, let's just get right into it. Last session, our group of heroes had made their way to the town of Valaki, a somewhat populated town in this valley of Barovia. While there, your mission was to escort your new party member, Irina, who has been uh, who has been tempted or followed or regaled by a vampire known as Strahd. In basically, to your task was to take her to Valaki to find refuge from Strahd. While there, you found a bunch of kids who were captured by hags at a windmill. You took these kids into town. Uh, while in town, you decided to head to the burgomaster's mansion, where you met the burgomaster's wife, Lydia, and helped a bunch of her friends sew costumes for the upcoming festival, which is a festival that apparently happens every week and is mandatory within the city. Some of the draconian laws being put down by the burgomaster. Uh, Meanwhile, Gabe snuck upstairs to the attic where you found Victor Balakovich, the son of the Baron, who has his room in the attic. You were hurt by a glyph of warding, but he seems to be a spellcaster of some sort, or at least learning, and he was attempting to cast a teleportation circle spell. But was unable to do so. So he asked for help, potentially. You told Victor to meet you at the Blue Water Inn later tonight. But before you left, you were confronted by Baron Vargas Volakovich, who was skeptical of why you were in his attic alone. And you offered to become his head of guard, essentially taking over the mantle that Izek Strasny once had. Izek Strasny, of course, a longtime friend of Sal. But to prove your worth, you were given a task to basically interrogate a young man who was inside of the house that you knew, named Bill. You decided not to interrogate, but instead have him play dead. And there's a brief battle with the Baron Verlakovich as the rest of you had made your way out of the house. It did not come to death or blows, mostly because the rest of you had kind of confronted Baron, and he was slightly surrounded with his mastiffs, but he let you leave, although very mad at you. As you left, made your presence known in town very quickly, made your way back to the Blue Water Inn, the premier inn in the town. You met Danica and Erwin Martikov, the two owners, and their two sons, Bray and Brom. You had some food. It is now evening time. You briefly talked with Danica and Erwin about them keeping the kids that you found to play with Bray and Brom, their two kids. You had a brief interaction with a couple of brothers who were drunken in the inn as well. But we start. It is close to, it's evening, maybe 10 o'clock at night, as you're sitting around this empty bar room. There's a fire going in the corner. There's stairs up to the second floor. There's a balcony up there that you can see a bunch of the rooms. And in through the front door, you see a very finely dressed half-elven man with lots of jewelry and flourishes, distinctly non-Vistani, who is another people that have these kind of flourishes, but this man instead as Rotavio, who is the provider and purveyor of a carnival of wonders, and supposedly an outsider to this place, just like you. And as he walks in, he puts his arms wide to all four of you, with Irina sitting at the table with the Martikovs. And he said, hello there. Come. It's new people here to see. Outsiders, please. May I have a word with you?
We just sat down. It's fine.
He walks right over to the table and he says, yes, Danica and Erwin, it's nice to see you again. I will just please just have a moment of your time, all four of you, plus you as well, points to Irina. I can host you in my room upstairs if you want, or if you have a room to stay here, perhaps we can find a private place. I just want a few words with you.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Is anyone else sort of... We like just sat down.
How big is your room? I don't want to be too cramped.
It's a single. Danica kind of looks at all of you and she hands you, Petra, 5 keys. And she says, and she kind of like whispers to you almost, and she says, look, be careful. If you ever need help or assistance, you can yell, and we will be there. I think this man is safe, but he has just gotten here. And then she slides these keys to you and she says, yes, you have 5 rooms here, free of charge tonight, but if you stay more nights, I will ask you to pay, but because Irina is here and you're a guest from Barovia, I will let you stay here, of course.
Thank you so much for
Thank
this
you.
hospitality. I know you also mentioned the Wizards of Wine. We won't see this favor unpaid.
She nods. Erwin, who is her husband and the cook who has been bringing out food for you all, he says, yes, Wizard of Wines, of course. Like I said, if you find yourself over that direction to the west, perhaps you can figure out why our wine has not been shipped. I'm sure it's just a small delay, but of course the wine is the lifeblood of the people here in Vallaki. So as you can see, and he points over to those drunken brothers in the corner, we have a high demand, and when we don't have it, people get restless.
How good is the food? Like, what's the quality of the food like?
It's good. It's not not going to get a Michelin star or anything like that, but it's good.
But if you compare it to a pie, how does it stack up against?
It's so much worse than
is
your
it
pie.
addictive?
It's not addictive. It's nice, hearty food. Clearly, Erwin is an accomplished cook, and he's putting a lot of thought and effort into it. But it doesn't hit you the same way the pie does, Sal.
Yeah, thought
that. Rictavio kind of is standing up, and he says, please, it will just be a moment of your time. I just want to quickly talk. It's not every day that you see outsiders in Vallaki.
I mean, we might as well hear the feller out.
Just ignored him to not address him directly. I look at, like, we've got our keys. She seems to think he's safe enough. We might as well hear him out.
What's the worst that could happen?
Well, if you're
to another world.
You're an outsider to this land. I'm sure your information could at least help us somewhat.
Of course I can. Of course I can.
But I'm taking my wine.
I like this guy. I don't know what it is.
So,
I like him.
He begins to walk upstairs, and he says, you can come to my room, or we can come to one of your rooms.
Go to yours.
Excellent. And he walks up the stairs, and the second floor with all the rooms is kind of open to the tap room. There's a balcony on the second floor, and you see him open one of the first rooms and disappear.
Before I head upstairs, could I just order a bottle of wine just for myself?
They were out of wine, I think.
Danica looks at you and goes, listen, honey, I would absolutely give you a bottle of wine, but we actually only have one left, and I'm sorry. Perhaps if you help us, I'll give you as much wine for free as you want.
Or you could see it like as an investment, like you're giving me the wine now, and I'm going to like really love your inn and really make an effort to help you all.
Yeah, make a persuasion check.
No. 6.
She says, I'm so sorry, but I actually think we should keep this wine but if you want, I can pour you a glass before you head upstairs.
That'd be great. Settle for that.
She gets up and goes behind the bar to pour a glass.
Can I also have a glass?
She looks over at you. Yes, of course. And Irina goes, I'll have a glass.
See, this is what I mean. Where's this point? We're just gonna
I mean, if you're opening the bottle.
Danica looks kind of pissed. She's trying to be accommodating, and Erwin goes, Danica, just pour them one glass each. That's fine. It won't hurt you. And she nods and pours you each a glass. And then she looks to you, Petra, and goes, "Let me guess. No, you don't want a glass?" All right. She does not pour you a glass. As you're drinking the wine, the door for the top floor opens up, and you see Rictavia's head pop out. "Hello."
God.
The door closes behind him.
Moment. Yeah. Stand up and walk upstairs.
Yeah.
And I chug my wine and then just put it right back down.
I savor it like an
Yeah,
adult.
I'm savoring them.
Yeah, of course.
I savor like an adult.
I like how a child drinks out.
Okay, yeah. Well, you know a lot about children.
What?
How's that supposed to be?
Because you eat them.
Oh.
Oh, this wine would go really well.
Because you eat them.
What the hell's that supposed to mean?
You chug your wine. Danica gives you another look, Gabe, like, really? Gonna chug the wine. But you make your way upstairs, Arena following behind. You open the door into the small
Arena.
room that yeah. Yes.
I'm so sorry. This is not to be rude at all, but perhaps you can stay down here, make sure that everything's all right with pay and everything. I'll be honest with you. We are outsiders to this land, and whereas you have done nothing but earn our trust, I feel we should hear the voice of another outsider, not in front of the ears of someone who's been here.
He nods and is clearly a little hurt by that you're not including her, but she nods and she goes, of course. And she runs over to the corner, and you see your three kids, Reek, Myrna, and Jonathan are there. And you see Bray and Brom, the two kids that are the sons of the Mardikovs. You see him go, "Hey there, come play with us." And you see Jonathan goes, "Cool, some other kids. This is great." And they start like playing, and Myrna sighs. Reek just follows silently, and they disappear into the back.
We're
sure Reek is not. We're sure Reek is not a fraud, right? We're like,
if he
like
is, he
90%.
deserves to be with the kids.
yeah.
Okay, the rest.
I like look
of
to the
you?
rest of the party. I'm just like, sorry if it's rude. I just feel like, what I said.
Look however you want.
I mean, was it rude? Yes. Was it the right move? Probably.
I don't know why it was rude. I was very honest and forthright.
I didn't think it was rude, but
Yes, but
coming from me.
I'm from the Midwest. I don't know what.
I think that she's earned her place amongst us if she wants to be, but I guess we can always fill her in afterwards.
Yes, I mean, if we feel exactly, what if he? I don't know. Just thought we should take the precaution.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right,
Right,
onward.
You open the door to the room, and it is a somewhat small room. There is a bed that's kind of heaped with some wolf furs, coats, basically. A foot locker. There's a wardrobe. There's a desk. There's got like a book open on the desk that's Rictavia's clearly been writing in. But he's sitting in a chair, and he's got 5 chairs kind of lined up in the room that he's clearly taken from like down in the living room or the dining room. And as he sits in, and you come into the room, he says, "Yes, come in, please. Have a seat. This is exciting to meet other outsiders, and I just want to get to know you a little bit."
All right.
Yeah.
Um,
Sal.
You sit down, and he comes up to you. So, Rictavio, I am the purveyor of the Carnival of Wonders. Nice to meet you.
That's your wagon out front.
Yes, of course. Did you have a good gander at it? It's a beautiful thing, isn't it?
Oh, it's a beaut for sure. I'd love to see it up close.
Good. That's great. And you, and he goes over to you, Richard. My name is Rictavio. I'm the purveyor of the Carnival of Wonders.
Yeah, heard that, Richard.
Richard, that's a beautiful name, Richard. And you, it goes up to you, Gabe. I am Rictavio. I am the purveyor of the Carnival of Wonders.
My name's Gabriel.
Excellent. It goes up to you, Petra. And he says,
Rictavio, purveyor of the Carnival of Wonders. Nice to meet you. I'm Petra.
Nice to meet you, Petra. That's a beautiful name, Petra. Interesting. He kind of turns around. You see he's kind of lost in thought for a second as you guys kind of get situated in the room.
Can I insight check what that was all about?
Yeah, make an insight check. He walks over and like closes the door behind you. As you're...
It's horrible. I think it's a 7. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Does he
You don't know.
close the door, or does he lock it?
No, he doesn't lock it. He just closes it.
Does he lock it?
He does. He does Velok it. You're right.
Wow.
Okay, as you make your way or sit down in this room, he says, "All right, I'm going to be honest with you. The fact that you're here in Velaki means that you're fucked.
Yep.
I'm sorry to be so blunt, but sometimes blunt is the way to be, don't you think?"
We've
We
gathered
had a really
that.
we had a really shitty tarot session this morning. Sort of gave us that idea.
Terra, you saw Madame Ava.
Yeah.
Did she give you a fortune?
Did.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did
can
she give you one?
can I hear? No, I have not.
No.
I have not visited her. Another thing you should know while you're here is that do not trust any of the Vistani. They are all in league with the devil.
Hmm.
And by the devil, you do mean
Strahd. Yes. People call him the devil here, but I have no perfunctions. I will call him Strahd, of course.
Well, most of them
interesting.
actually seemed really afraid of him.
Well, they're good at acting, I guess.
How
But
did you
if you
get
did,
here, Victoria?
Where are you from?
Where am I from? I am a traveler. I travel all around the world. I was in Baldur's Gate. I was in Daggersford. I took my carnival wagon here, and let's just say that we're among friends here, and all of us are here for a reason. I was not at the top of my game when I was ushered here, because this place is, well, it only recruits people who are at the bottom of the barrel, down on their luck.
Recruits.
I don't want to presume
about
anything
right.
about your personal lives, but
I think that's a bit rich.
Well, of course it is rich, but sometimes you have to hear the rich before you can hear
Did you-
the poor.
Be a little bit more specific on ushered, Victoria. Did you have a vision, and then the next day follow a Vistani man in a cart, and then was surrounded by fog? I need details.
No, I did not follow Vistani man. I would never follow Vistani man, per my last point about the Vistani. But, you see, I came here on purpose.
Oh.
Why?
I have been seeking this place out for a while. You see, it's a chance for me to start anew. My carnival business has not been going that great, and these people need something to look forward to, don't you see?
So you willfully chose to live in the land of a devil?
He nods, and he says, "Not only is this the land of a devil, my good friend Gabe, but this is more than that. You see, this place, it thrives on people that are shit out of luck, so to speak. If any of you have just a small glimmer of hope, this place will crush it in a second. That's why I say you're fucked."
Two questions. One, so this means we're not dead, right?
Well, I assume you're not dead unless you're a ghost, and
Okay.
I can assure you you're not.
So, two, how did you hear about this? Because I don't think any of us had ever heard of Barovia. So how do you know about it?
You've never heard of Barovia? Well, I mean, if that would make sense. It is an isolated place, and I have heard about it because I am into reading. Yes, Petra, do you have a question?
How long have you been here?
Just a few months. I have been living here in Velaki. It is not a bad place, the festivals notwithstanding.
When you say a few months, like, what? So, what year did you, in actual, normal people world, what year did you come here?
Yes, I came here in the year 754.
And what year is it for those?
How should I be reacting to this information?
754.
Dude,
is, of
it's
course-
2023, bro.
754, which I'm gonna write down because I didn't just make that up, is the current year.
Oh, okay. Okay, so
All right, so we're not in some kind of time vortex.
I was worried for a
It's
moment.
not
we were.
extreme.
I was okay. I'm actually feeling a lot better about this whole situation now.
You are.
guess we
That's interesting that you're feeling better because I've told you a lot of bad news, including the fact that you can never leave.
Well,
Have you tried to leave?
Oh, I've tried many times.
What did you try? How did you?
I
so we
walked
can
down the
check that off
road.
list.
And I walked down the road and I was like, this is the right out of here. And guess what? Fog swallowed me in the back right here. You see, the only
Fuck.
people that can leave are Strahd himself and the Vistani. You see what I'm getting about the Vistani?
I think that you'd
Yeah.
be surprised on our willpower, my friend.
Maybe so. Maybe so. I love a good willpower. Let's see how long that lasts you here in Barovia.
Here's the thing, though. I think the road out is our road forward. We just, and I hate to say it, that it's anything simple, but we simply have to eliminate this devil.
Can you make an insight check, Petra?
Mm-hmm. $19.
Ooh.
When you say that to him, he looks proud of you. Like proud. He looks happy that you have said this and like that you've deduced this and he nods voraciously and he says, yes. You see, the real reason why I came here and maybe why all of you are here as well is that while this place does bring you down to your lowest and your chance of redemption, of rebuttal, of finding your place in society again is little, but that is the way out. You see, to get out truly, I believe you must overcome the overwhelming odds that this place is giving you and become redeemed. Now, I believe that's the way out. Of course, you probably have to kill Strahd as well. Who knows? If you guys understand or figure it out, let me know.
But you don't want to leave.
Well, I don't want to leave and while I'm still a hack carnival owner, I want to come back and have people celebrate me. And I'm holding some puppet shows here in town, and I'm hoping that that can translate to a larger thing.
Do you know anything of the woman who's traveling with us downstairs?
Shakes his head no.
Have you met any other outsiders since you've arrived here?
Yes, the big brute, Ezek. I would stay away from him. I had one conversation with him, and that will be my last.
He's a good friend of mine.
He kind of looks over you. Interesting. Why?
We go way back, childhood friends, you know.
Well, he's also an outsider, which is interesting. That's why I wanted to strike up the conversation with him. But he's, let's just say, not the talking type.
So what's your plan, Octavio?
Excellent question. I'm going to hold a puppet show in town today, or tomorrow, if you want to come join. I might be here for the festival. I
Just
might
going
not.
to stand in the town square and hold a puppet.
No, I have a stage, my friend. A beautiful stage I will set up, of course, and I will just be... There's no better way to have people come to your puppet show than if there is a festival also going on that people hate to be at. And then I perhaps might travel west. I heard that the Wizard of Wines is out west, and I am a little thirsty. I might head out there. I might head back to Barovia. Who knows? I might go to the castle.
Well, I mean, maybe we'll see each other on the road then. We might be heading to any one of those places while we're looking at either.
Well,
It
I'm
would be
sure
a
we will see each
pleasure.
other again.
Yes.
You
yes.
would go to the castle.
No, I would not. That was just a funny joke that I had made.
Octavio, you don't
Yes.
have you're not like a trader, are you? You don't have supplies, trade, or barter or anything.
What are you looking for?
Hold up my rapier. This was pretty shit in the last fight I was in, so anything that's piercing better than this.
Interesting. He pulls out. You can see he's got a cloak on, and he pulls out his own rapier from the cloak. Petra, you would notice that his rapier that he pulls out is silvered. It is not a normal rapier. It is specifically silvered. And he looks at your rapier and looks at his, and he says, I am not a trader. I'm sorry. I will keep mine. You should upgrade that as soon as possible, though. And he puts his rapier back in his sheath.
Yep.
Where'd you get yours? Bring it with you?
Yes, of course I brought it with you. These people are stupid, and they're not going to have silvered weapons for sale here, even though, of course, that would be helpful.
Cool.
Octavio, if there was a way for us to get some gold, if we needed some gold, how could we get that?
Gold. Well, you could put on a puppet show, and
That bring you a lot of wealth and prosperity?
no. These people are stingy with their money.
That's your only answer.
That's your only answer.
Yeah, you're not
I got-
painting a very good picture of
Yes, this place sucks. I don't want to tell you. I'm trying to warn you. This place is terrible, and the fact that you're here is bad. And if you want to find gold, I don't know, grow a gold tree. For me, I don't need gold. I'm perfectly capable of being on my own without it.
Do you have any seeds for this gold tree?
All right.
Answer.
Okay,
Tabio.
thank you.
Yeah.
You mentioned wanting to know our fortune.
Yes. See, I have heard tale of Madame Ava. If you would like, maybe I can help you interpret it.
It seems like some of these parts reference people or places here, and you've not been here much longer than us, but I'm hoping that you might be able to point us in the direction of some of them.
Yes, maybe. He leans in close. Now, tell me.
Tell him
All right. So your fortune, Petra, of course. Let's see. Look for a wizard's tower. Breathe in the familiarity. Let it swallow and guide you. Seek now what you have always sought, and you will find it there. When you tell him this, he kind of sits back in thought. He says, yes, wizard's tower. How about this? Do you guys have a map of the area?
No.
I don't think so.
He pulls out a map of Barovia, which I am going to now show you on War 20.
Nice.
Hey.
And here, if you want to see that as well. You can see this is a big map, but all the way on the right-hand side of this map, you see the village of Barovia. There's this old Sphalic road, goes down to Sir Pool, which is where you found Madame Ava. And then up above that, you can see there's the castle, there's Sir Falls, the road. Over here is Old Bone Grinder, the windmill. And then you are here, Vlaki's Sphalic. Now, he points, when you mention the Wizard's Tower, he points out west to here, to Lake Baratov, and says, there is a tower over there. That's perhaps what they are talking about. Off to the west, maybe a day and a half's journey from here, out of Valaki.
Didn't one of our fortunes have a lake in it? Am I wrong?
Mine.
What was yours?
Some Valaki girl knows something about me, and she's in danger by a lake.
Yes, your fortune. I will read back to you because I do have it written down. I see a child, a Vistani. She may be young, but knows more about you than even you know yourself. Her fate and yours hangs in the balance. Seek her out in the lake. When you say that, Vistani, Rictavia gets a little huffy, and he says, Vistani, good luck with that. But there's a Vistani camp just north of here at Lake Zarovich, right outside of the city.
Oh.
But I would not go there if I were you.
Dude, okay, if you hate the people and you hate everything about here, why did you want to come here so bad? You know what I mean?
I don't want to hear lip from you, Richard.
Whoa.
You can see him get a little heated, and he kind of sits down and takes a few deep breaths. Excuse me. Anyway, perhaps that's it for now. I need to
Well,
get some.
no, I'm sorry.
Excuse me.
You can't, tease me that way, Rictavio. I need to give you my fortune.
Ah, yes, of course. Please regale me.
Matt?
Yeah. Yep.
Do your thing, buddy.
Your fortune. Find a place where madness and illness are bred. You will find a mirror of yourself, a path that is yet to be taken. Seek them out, understand your purpose, and become vindicated. He takes a moment to mull over this, and he says, I believe this is talking about the Abbey of Saint Markovia. It is a religious place way to the west, outside of the city of Kresk. And he points off way to the west of this map to the city of Kresk. Pretty far a ways away, but the abbey itself is gone into disrepair, and of course it is a place of madness. Perhaps that is where you will seek what you find.
Thank you, Octavio. If you would not mind our friends, just to kind of round this out for us.
Yeah, I got I think I got a handle on mine, but I mean, maybe you can help me.
Oh, well, then, of course, I don't need to. You got a handle on yours, and I guess.
No, let me.
Oh, yeah, I guess we do kind of know yours, yeah.
Get another second eyes. I think I got it. I think. I wrote it down. Let me pull out my spell book. I think I got this.
Ricky, yeah, Sel's really good at notes.
Look for a wealthy woman. She holds the key. Ally of the devil, but shares faith. Follow another man I know. How'd I do that?
Great. You pull out your magic tome. It's chaotic cover and random words and doodles in the margin. You look over his shoulder and look amazed that he could even find those writings in the midst of all the spells. But he kind of looks back at you and he goes, yes, Fiona Wachter. But you've got a handle on it, no problem.
Oh, thank you. All right.
I was about to say, is that Lydia?
As long as we have the map out, also, you mentioned going to the Wizard of Vines. We were also talking about going there. Perhaps, could you point that out as well?
Yes. I have not been there, but I believe it is south somewhere of Kresk, off to the west. I see there's a few areas you could visit, but I have not been that way myself, so I could not tell you.
So if we were to have our druthers, we would be able to head north to the camp for Richard. Well, we can figure out what we need to figure out with Ezekir. Head north to the camp for Richard. Head to the Wizard's Tower for Petra. And then head to Kresk.
For you.
For me.
Bing, bang, boom.
Dang, you guys got a plan, and I like that about you. And I like all of you equally, except for you, Richard. I do not like you, and I don't mean to be rude, but I just think that...
What did you mean to be?
I was rude, and I don't back down.
Honestly, I respect it.
Excellent. Now, please, I must sleep.
Okay.
All right.
Be gone.
Thank
You're
you
not
for
bird.
your information.
I weirdly like him now.
Yeah,
Like,
me as well.
Made me like him a little bit. Yeah.
He really did stick with his...
I respect him.
His resolve.
I do. Yeah. He kind of gives you no choice but to,
Yeah.
he owns himself.
Right.
You know?
All right, you leave his room. He closes the door behind you, and you hear him lock the door from the inside as you close. It is now, maybe 10:30, 11. You see Marina down in the dining room downstairs off the balcony, and she's having a conversation with Danica as a bunch of kids are running around wildly. What do you do?
I would hand the keys out to everybody.
Thank you, Petra.
And
Don't we have a meeting?
Yes, Victor's supposed to be here at some point this evening, but if you all want to get some sleep, I can stay here, but...
No. I mean...
There's maybe something you guys should know. I have that meeting tomorrow. I told you about that, right? Is it?
The meeting at dawn, is it, right?
With
Meeting
your
at dawn?
cousin.
Yeah. He said he's no longer aligned with the village, and if he's not aligned with the village, that means he's aligned with the devil.
By village, you mean Barovia or this one, Valaki?
This village, Valaki, because he said he's not on this team anymore or something vague like that. But
Okay. Thank you for telling us.
Yeah. Well, me and him were part of a kind of a group. We'd meet up every now and then. It wasn't kind of a dark group. Worked in the shadows type group.
What?
Is this something sexual? Or?
No, not that
That's
I'm
not
aware
where
of.
I was going with that.
Oh, well, I was confused. Sorry, I didn't think so, but I thought,
That's
I just
his
wanted
cousin, Gabe.
I met
That's
that
his
group
cousin.
on a different day. He's not really my cousin. Also.
to. Yeah, he said he wasn't really. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't call someone that you would your cousin.
Unless you're into it, I don't know. I don't want to shame.
There's a lot of layers to that one.
And you're no longer a part of this group, Salvatore?
I mean, not officially, not a part of it, but like I'd like to think I turned a new leaf. But they don't. He might. It's not like I signed a letter of resignation.
Right, so he might not be aware.
Right.
Well, I'm definitely not one to judge for past transgressions, but
Why?
because I've had my own.
Like what?
Like your hands are so clean, Richard.
No dirt on the
There's shit all over them, man.
I think that's
The dirtiest hands I've ever seen.
it's not
Oh my
canon.
god,
It's not
smell
canon
bad.
at all. It's not canon at all.
Speaking of,
No.
it has been days since any of us have had a shower or
Right.
a bath.
Yes.
So I think I'm going to go do that now.
Yep. Same. Not with you, but you know.
No, of course.
Eh.
I'll stay up and meet Victor.
Yeah, I'll head downstairs.
There's a full moon out tonight.
I know.
Bang of the hound.
This village is crazy.
I would head to Irina as we wait for Vic.
Okay, Irina is actually now sitting by herself at the table. Danica has kind of is cleaned up and is went off to bed. The front door is closed, but she's just kind of sitting alone at a table.
Hello, Irina.
Hey, Gabe, how's it going? How was the meeting? Anything you need to tell me?
And Sam, I am here as well.
Oh, hey, Sal.
It was very helpful. He
Excellent.
was able to give us good information as far as what our fortunes meant. He also spread a lot of bad news about how we're fucked and this place crushes all hope within you. I think we figured that out within the first few hours, but he seems to be wanting to get out of here as well and on the side against the devil. So as far as I'm concerned, he's all right in my book. But I just wanted to come over officially and apologize. My friend Petra and Salvatore both chastised me for my decision earlier, and I think rightfully so. If anyone has earned our trust in such a short amount of time, it's definitely been you. You've been nothing but helpful. So I apologize.
She looks to you, Sal, and she says, "Thank you for chastising him. I accept your apology."
It was my absolute pleasure.
She says, "Did you ask him about my fortune while you were in there by chance?"
I can barely remember mine. Look, we had some troubles.
Well,
yeah.
My fortune, of course. I see a dark figure on a looming balcony looking down upon his tortured land with a twisted smile. Find this place and you will find him.
It sounds a lot like... Well,
I think I got it.
We can go. Do you want to go ask him? I'm sure.
No, it's okay. It's okay. So, Gabe.
Yes.
You're an angel. You're an angel, right?
No.
You're not. Okay.
No.
And are you religious? I don't mean to pry. I'm just curious.
Yes.
You are?
Yes, I am.
You know,
Not to deny being what I am. I'm not an angel, Arena, but I am of a god.
the Morning Lord?
Yes. A version of him. Perhaps the same one.
You know, everyone where I grew up in Barovia is religious, devoutly, in fact, the Morning Lord. And it's, of course, that's really the only crumb of hope that a lot of us can hold on to is to be religious. And it's ironic to me that praying to a god about the morning sun rising, and yet none of us have actually seen it. And I admit that I have never believed myself. I'm an outlier in that case, but it's not like I don't believe that the Morning Lord exists or that, you are part of him, Gabe, but I just don't believe that the Morning Lord cares about us.
Mm.
But I think now that I have met you all, I do have some hope for the first time, and I'm grateful.
Good. You've seen my wings, Arena. Or
Yes.
the bastardized excuse for wings that I call. But
They're better than my wings.
Yeah, they're hell of a pair of wings you got.
Clearly, I am not some patron of honor and good. I'm just a man who's doing my best. And if I can tell you anything, and be honest with you, it's that the Morning Lord does exist. But as great as he is a singular entity. And he himself has limits. Even if they are much greater than ours. And sometimes, very powerful bastards, such as this. Gabe thinks for a moment as he wants to say the name out loud, but he doesn't, to not give it the power, but he doesn't want it to harm anyone here, and so he just says, the devil. Sometimes they put up a good fight, and that's when the Morning Lord sends help, and I hope that that's what me and my friends are.
Wow, you are. Thank you. I actually have a gift for you, Gabe.
Oh, really?
She looks to you, Sal. I have one for you too. Gabe is not
thank you.
special, but yours is not quite done yet. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Gabe,
Do you want me to
you're
be here? Do you want me to walk away? Do you want me to give you guys a moment?
Yeah, can you give us a moment?
You don't have...
Absolutely.
Right?
I'll go get, I don't know if they have water. I'm just going to go stand by the bar, I guess.
All right, you're like 30 feet away.
I can read lips too, so I'm definitely reading.
No.
Yeah. Irina says, I didn't actually care if he went or not. I just kind of thought it was funny, but
yeah,
I don't know. Thank you for your kind words, but I have been thinking about this a lot, and I want to give back to you because what you've done to me is incredible. And my lowest moment, my father dying and being bitten, and she pulls out of her bag this very kind of stout, sturdy wooden arm bracer that kind of fits across your forearm. And she puts it on your forearm, and she says, I made this myself. I made one before, but it broke, but I've been working on this for a while. I want you to have it. And she presses a button on like a little lever on the side of the buckler, and springing out in front of you is a wooden shield that it was collapsed inside of this. It kind of pops out in front of you and then collapses back in. This item is, I will show you.
That's so cool.
I will read it. As a reaction, you can activate the buckler, which is a non-magical representation of the shield spell. But it is wooden and made, and it has 3 total uses.
3, like, for its life?
Yes.
Okay. Can I... Okay, no, so... I can't, like, just use it as a regular shield and then use the 3... Like, the 3 uses of it. I have to,
it's not... Yeah, it's just the shield spell. It's not an actual shield.
Okay, cool. Alright, dope. I look at it and I like open it up and then close it again. I'm assuming those don't count if I narratively.
Yeah,
like,
it has to be
like.
Yeah.
And I look at Irina.
Shit,
that's absolutely amazing. How did you come across such talent to be able to do that?
I had a lot of time to myself, and I needed hobbies. I've been into woodworking for a while now. She pulls out of her bag a small carved eagle figurine. It has holes in it, as like it's a flute almost, like carved into. It's beautifully made.
Yeah.
And she says, "I've been carving this for Sal. Don't tell him. It's a surprise. Not quite done yet, but
Right.
I don't know. I just thought that I could help out in some way because I'm not the fighter that you are. And by the way, the fact that I'm giving you a shield is not my indication of how good you are at combat or anything like that. You were incredible in the combat with the hags.
I did not take it as any sort of slight whatsoever. I'm very appreciative, and it's very kind of you, and it's nice to experience some kindness with the insaneness that we've been, the insanity that we've been experiencing. It's been a lot, and I can only imagine what you've gone through living here your entire life. And in thanks to this, I will return to you a gift, Irina. And whereas it might not be something that you can hold or see, know that coming from an individual like me, that it is worth its weight in gold. I, Irina, vow to you that should we rid this world of its oppressor, I will personally see to it that you see what is outside of this.
She puts her head down and looks at the floor to hide her tears. And she gets up and gives you a big hug.
I give her a hug back.
She kind of sits back down and composes herself. Thank you. Ooh, that was embarrassing.
No, never apologize for emotion.
Well, tomorrow morning, perhaps I plan to go to the church in town, St. Andrew's Church. I've never been there, but I think perhaps that it's a good place for me to stay, and I'll be safe, and then I'll be, out of your hairs and safe while you do what you need to do.
Trust me, you were never in our hair, but it will be good to know that you're safe. And this will not be the last time that we see you. Don't you worry about that. But for now, take care of yourself. If you feel up to it and willing, make sure the children are safe. But just stay safe.
Thank you. Sal, your turn.
I kind of give her very slight bow, and then I turn and walk, and I high five Sal as I tag in and then head to the bar.
Oh, you shouldn't have, Irene.
Wait, shouldn't have. Were you listening?
I can read lips.
You can read lips. Well, fuck it. I'll just give it to you now.
Oh, all right, cool.
She pulls out the figurine and she says, "It's done. It's done." But I was being, I don't know. You can have it.
I'm sure it's gonna be a Mac.
All right. This inspiriting flutes, as a bonus action, you can perform a beautiful tune which grants one nearby ally a D8 inspiration dice to be used in the next hour. This is a 3 use total before no longer applicable.
Based 3 bardic inspirations.
Yep.
But they last an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Oh my god, this is the nicest gift anybody has ever given me. I will cherish this for the rest of my days.
I just thought your eagle was so cute. Linguini, is he around here? Can I give him a pet?
He's a hawk, but yeah.
Oh.
Just
hey
pops out
there.
of nowhere.
She starts scritching his neck.
Careful, he's got some feathers that are kind of falling off, but I'm sure it's nothing.
She pulls her hand back with 2 feathers in it. Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's not your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. He's a little under the weather.
So, Sal, I have a question to ask you, and I hope you don't think that I'm crude or anything, but...
Yeah.
does Gabe's part angel? Is he single or is he like?
Does Gabe have a penis? Is that what you're asking me?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, or genitalia, or I don't know. Is it smooth down there?
To be honest with you, I don't know. I just met the man, but I will find out for you.
Okay, it doesn't matter. I'm just curious about the anatomy. Does he have three?
No,
nipples?
Irina, I will find out for you.
Okay,
You have my word.
thank you. Do you vow to me?
Yeah,
Kind of like,
sure.
yeah. Cool.
I'll vow to you. I will look at Gabe's penis for you.
Okay, well, I actually feel weird about this now, so don't do that.
Hey, hopefully you can't read lips.
All right. Well, Sal, I need to get to sleep. I'm kind of tired. Are you okay with the pie stuff? Like,
yeah, that's all
Okay.
past me. I wouldn't worry about it.
you know, I had a piece of pie, and I had the best dream I've ever had in my entire life. And then I woke up the next day, and I was like, I could eat some more pie. But then when I found out about it, I was like, okay, I think I'm done. But I don't know.
Oh,
You were.
I thought you were gonna relate to me, but no,
No, I
I'm
don't
over
relate.
it too. It's kind of
Okay.
I don't crave it day and night.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if you need guidance or anything, let me know.
You don't have any like in a freezer somewhere, right? Like you didn't like stash some for the off season.
Sal, are you sure you're all right?
Nah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay.
Don't worry about me.
Okay.
Don't worry
No
about
more.
old
I think
Sal.
the pie has been destroyed. You don't have to worry about it.
Yep, good. I will not worry about the pie.
She laughs and she heads upstairs.
Good night,
Um,
Irina.
The rest of you, Richard, Petra, just heading to sleep. I assume. Yeah.
Yes, I think Petra would be exhausted, would wash the grime off of her for the first time in probably a week, and would go to sleep trying to not dwell too much on the words that Morgantha said to her.
Yes. Richard, just going to sleep?
I think after my bath, I think I'm gonna get out a ring that's on a chain that I haven't seen in a bit from my bag. And just kind of study it for a minute. And then very quickly return it to the secret place in my bag that it once was. And then try to go to bed.
Gabe and Sal, you wait downstairs for an hour. No Victor. It's now getting late. No Victor. You need to decide to stay up now, wait for him, or go to sleep and get a full rest.
What time is this guy supposed to be here?
I just said this evening. I think what I did with his father might have screwed things up.
What were we supposed to talk to him about? What information did he know?
I was just hoping we could learn more about his father through him. What exactly the Baron is doing here, what he's involved in. It feels, well, for lack of a better word, icky to me.
Well, you said that he brought Isaac here?
The boy did, yes. And I was also
yeah.
going to question him about that, yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what I was looking to know. But hey, I mean, I just hope the little guy's all right. His dad didn't go too hard on him.
Exactly, that's what I'm worried about.
You want to go check in on him?
We do. Probably won't get a full rest.
I gotta wake up at dawn.
You got errands to run.
I mean, let me
I
just...
gotta go to Whole Foods.
I mean... I could probably do it.
I mean, I've used no spells and I'm at full vigor, I guess I would say, but
I'm definitely not. I feel like shit. But
hey, man, if I was just I didn't want to, I didn't want you to stay up all night thinking about him.
I feel like that's exactly what I'm going to do. No. You see Gabe, like, he looks up, like, towards where the rooms are. And, like, sighs. Yes, I would like to go check.
Let's go.
All right.
All right, so you're the only two in the inn, so you kind of head out the front door into the street, lightly pouring rain. It's probably now midnight or so.
Yeah.
As you come out of the door, you almost run face to face with those two brothers that were in the inn
Lord.
before.
These fucking guys.
They're both like 25, and they're both like obviously at the tail end of a bender that they've had all night, and they're coming back to the inn. And, hey, is this open? They're stockpiling wine in there, aren't they? They've got a whole bunch, don't they? Tell me the truth. The other one goes, yeah. What? It's tapped? No, it's
tapped.
You know something, don't
and
you,
it's
man?
closed for the evening.
Fuck, man. I knew it was closed. Hey, Carl, stop it. I don't want any of your guff right now. And the one that was named Carl goes, what are you guys doing? You guys want to go, I don't know, vandalize some stuff?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Actually, yes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, let's go do it. Fuck it, I'm in.
Okay, where do you want to go?
Let's go to the Baron's house.
Yeah, fuck the Baron.
Right?
Let's burn his house down.
Yeah, let's.
Fuck yeah. Okay.
Right.
They take off down the road.
Hey, what the fuck, man?
We needed a distraction.
By burning down the house, we're trying to check if the child is okay, and you're gonna light him on fire.
Well, they won't actually get away with it.
How do you know? They seem very determined.
They're like 60 feet down the road running, full speed.
We gotta run. Run.
Oh, fuck, God damn it.
You make your way down the road, and you're now in front of the Baron Vargas Vlahovich's house, this 3-story kind of mansion that kind of sits alone in this gated garden, our yard. It's not fully gated. You can walk right up to the front door if you want. The two brothers, Carl and Nikolai, they're kind of sitting out front. As you approach, they go, all right, let's do it. You ready? Fuck the Baron. That guy fucking sucks.
Are there guards at the gate?
No guards. You don't see anyone.
Interesting. That kind of changes my plan. Oh, yeah, no. How about you guys go around back?
Okay, yeah. Keep watch. I think Ezek might be around. That guy, he'll fuck you up.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Should we start the fire now or wait on your cue?
Wait on our cue. You show him Linguini.
Fuck yeah.
Linguini will come. He'll come and talk to you.
Sick. Hell yeah. Nikolai, I love falcons. Dude, that's not a falcon.
It's a hawk, man.
Oh. They go.
That's not a crow?
Fucking hell, man.
All right, you're now alone in the front of this house.
Well, I thought we could use them as a distraction, but there's no guards here. This is the Baron's house. I don't know guards.
It's all right. As long as I don't send my hawk over there. Don't go over there, Linguini. Just stay right with me.
Yeah, Linguini. All right, what
do you know which one is his room?
Do I? I know the attic, but did I ever know his room?
I mean, there's only one window in the attic, in
Can
the
you
top
make me
part of the roof.
fly?
No, but I can teleport you.
How far?
Let me check my notes. 90 feet.
Okay.
Place I can see. Can I see inside the window? Actually, I can do it from my bird also. So I think we.
Oh, why don't you just fly him up to the window, see if he's in there?
Yeah. Hold on to my shoulders. I'm going dark.
Okay.
I'm gonna go into the bird's vision.
Linguini flies up to the attic.
Focus.
And you can peer into the room. It is a kind of cluttered mess of books and debris and furniture pushed to the side. And clearly on the floor is a big teleportation circle, which is a spell that you're not able to cast, and you don't understand the runes. But this is not a close attempt. He's pretty far away from completing it. But you do see he is sleeping in his bed, but inside of the room as well, sitting in chairs, are 2 guards, just kind of sitting there.
He's dead. Oh my
and
god, there's blood
What?
everywhere.
No.
And
Well, I'm just kidding. He's sleeping. He's sleeping. He's
you
fine.
see both the guards look over at the window at the bird kind of floating there. They're kind of like looking, like
I'll fly away if they,
right,
if
they
they start.
flies
looking.
away.
There's two big burly guards sitting in his room. It's pretty creepy.
Well, we've done what we can.
I could teleport the child out of here. We could just abduct the child. I don't know, just throwing stuff out there.
Wait, you can get Victor out of there.
I think so. Pretty sure. We might have to catch him, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I got him.
Is this a good idea, Salvatore?
No, it's terrible. I'm just throwing stuff out there.
Yeah, I just he's clearly you saw him breathing.
He's alive. Yeah, they're just watching over him. I don't know.
I mean,
Did he look like he was like hurt, or
No, he was sleeping.
it didn't look?
He's not in a great position, but he's not in danger. It seems.
I mean, you saw what they were gonna do to
Yeah.
Bill.
But that's his son. There's a difference.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
We should
All right,
not.
well-
I think we should not leave this town without talking to Victor. But I think we don't need to force this exact situation.
Right. Well, now we know if we need to steal a child, we have the capabilities to do so. So,
I really wish we didn't know that. As they start to turn around and keep walking.
should we
Right.
just leave them back?
Oh,
back
of course, yeah.
there? Well, we could. Hear me out.
Okay.
We could get them caught by the guards.
Well, that's what I was going
I
to
don't
do,
know.
but there's no guards here.
I could just have them.
Oh wait, go have Linguini poke on that window.
I got it. I'll have Linguini poke on the window and like flap his arms. They're like trying to lead him towards the back door somehow.
Or at least like to open the window so that we can just like
Okay,
shout up.
make a I don't know performance check for Linguini.
Let me look at a
Whatever
Hawk's,
charisma.
Can I
is
assist
this-
by just going?
No.
I'm trying to just get their attention.
Okay, this is a -2, I think.
Perfect. Yep, they have a 6 charisma. And I rolled a 6, so that's a 4.
Okay. Linguini knocks on the door. What are you guys doing? Just waiting or running? Or are you running away?
My hope is that they open the window and I can just shout up at them.
I'm looking through Linguini, so I can't see.
Okay. You're looking through Linguini. You see him pound on the window. You see one guard stand up, walk over to the window, and is like looking out, but not opening the door.
I wave my hands if I see someone come to the window.
Oh, he when you wave your hands, he looks down at you, opens the window.
Oh yeah. Could be nothing. Maybe they work for you, but I just saw 2 blokes up in the back. They were like sneaking around being weird.
I'll send the hawk over to him.
Make a persuasion check, Gabe.
So now they will start setting it up.
That's a 16 plus 4 dirty 20.
All right. You see the guard closes the window, and then turn back into the room.
We should get out of here.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, you just leave it as it is
Yeah.
in the midst of that,
Yep.
and you
Let's
head
go to
back
bed.
in.
And that's
Our
done.
job is done. All right, you head back to the inn.
We're gonna wake up
I was-
tomorrow and their heads are gonna be on pikes.
Seriously, they may be dead. We may have just condemned them.
I will assume that you all go to sleep.
Yes,
in your
just
separate
very
rooms.
briefly, little narrative moment. I'm pulling a Liam O'Brien here. Just a little narrative moment. Gabe makes some excuse to not go upstairs as quickly as Salvatore does, and then as Gabe goes upstairs, he walks, and then he stops in front of a door that belongs to someone that is not him, and then raises a hand and just kind of sighs and then goes to his room.
Sal opens the door. Come on in.
It was
Cool.
not Sal's room. You can eliminate that.
All right, you head to sleep. Sal, your dream is vivid, vibrant. It is more memory than dream. You are inside of the living room of the wizard. The book in front of you, all chaos and scribblings and writings. This is the work of the wizard, and you're attempting to cast the magic missile spell. Your mind is reeling. You're trying to figure out the runes. The wizard's sitting comfortably in a chair, long white beard, bald head, robe, sitting at a nice, relaxing, lazy boy chair in the corner, smoking a pipe. And he goes, "You can do it, Sal. You can do it. Cast that spell." And the words of encouragement flitting through your head, and 3 darts magically appear in front of you and strike the walls, breaking off a shelf, cracking some of the wood walls. But the wizard doesn't care. He stands up. "Eureka! You've done it, Sal! Let's have some whiskey to celebrate." He goes over to his whiskey and pours you one, and he says, "Now, Sal, this is a big day for you, and this book, my spell book, I want you to have it. From now forever, I want you to have it."
I couldn't. The responsibility, it's yours.
"No, Sal, I can't have any more use of it. It's all yours. Please, please take it."
Thank you. I will use it to the best of my ability.
Excellent. Now let's have some whiskey. Hopefully none of us forgets what whiskey is. And you clink your glasses, and you wake up in the morning, cold sweat in your bed. The dream was incredible, but the reality of your situation hits you like a ton of bricks. Can you make a wisdom saving throw for me?
Ooh. Okay. That's a 5.
Sal, you need pie. That is all you can think about. That is all you can. That's the only thing on your mind is pie. Until you get pie, you have disadvantage on saving throws.
All right. And okay, that has to be child pie. I can't just see. Like
You need it doesn't. You don't know. It just need to satiate your lust for this pie.
Okay.
You're fully addicted.
Okay. Cool.
You all
How does
wake
Eric
up.
do this? Does he to his character?
you all
Quickly in this
wake
game,
up.
dude.
Petra, there's a knock on your door, and outside you hear Erwin Martikov, "Hello, I've made you all some breakfast. You can eat it in bed. You can come downstairs. It's classic breakfast in bed. I'll just leave it outside of your room if that's okay."
No, I'll come down. Thank you though.
Excellent. I made an eggs Benedict. There's some hollandaise sauce. There's some
Oh my
crispy
goodness,
bacon.
that sounds delicious.
You don't know what ale is.
He goes and knocks on your door, Richard. "Hello, I have breakfast ready. We have eggs Benedict, and there is some crispy bacon and lots of hollandaise sauce. Would you like to come down to eat it? I can deliver it to you in bed."
Yeah, I'll take it up here. Thank you.
You're waking up as you assume he leaves it. You all hear commotion downstairs that kind of startles you two awake after your late night. And you hear Danica from downstairs say, "Ezek, what are you doing here? We don't want any trouble today." And you hear a response, "I'm just waiting for my friend." That's it.
Do we need to do Sal and I need to like sleep in more to get a long rest, or
No, I'll
Okay,
say you're
perfect.
all. This is.
we didn't
waking
end up
time.
really doing much?
No, just may have gotten 2 people killed.
Yeah.
I'll wake up, dust myself off. If I see Erwin outside, I'll ask him if he has any shepherd's pie. But
I would have
other than
cake.
that-
Do you want cake? Is that
no, I really don't.
it's
That's
good
like
cake.
saying, "Do you have pot pie?" No, but I have cake.
Maybe think about adding pie to the menu if you can make a pie tonight. That would be most grateful.
All right. He writes something down, hurries downstairs.
I'll kind of like knock on the doors if I can, walking down, like trying to alert them.
Yeah,
Right.
I heard it.
Arena is up and to you, Sal. Looks to you, Sal. She looks like she's been up for a little bit, and she's says, "Hey, so today I think I'm heading to the church. You guys can come with me if not."
Yeah, we might. I got a business meeting this morning, and then I'll see. I'll check in with everybody else, see where we're going.
She nods. She heads downstairs. Richard, Petra, what are you doing?
I am downstairs with my tray of breakfast, out of my armor and clean for the first time. I am probably hardly recognizable
Nice.
to any of my companions.
Richard?
I mean, I'm not really hearing a fight. Just heard a commotion a bit. I think I'm gonna eat my breakfast in my room.
All right, you eat your breakfast in your room. Petra, you see as you're sitting down there eating breakfast, there's a bunch of rampant kids now running around this room. Just it's chaos. Danica's trying to put them in order, but you do see stepping in is Izek Strasny, tall, bald-headed human man with the one deformed demonic arm, and he has this conversation with Danica, who looks frightened, truly frightened of him. And he sits at a table near you, and he's just sitting there waiting. He's got his battle axe across his lap, and he's just staring at you, like trying to read you. Doesn't say anything to you though, just staring at you.
I sit there eating my food, and similar to like when I ran into him, now I'm there alone though, so nobody can really stop me. Like, so how'd that happen?
My arm? It's none of your business.
Fair enough. I bet it's a good story though.
It is.
All right. Well, you know Sal?
Yes. Do you know Sal? How long have you known Sal?
Well, we've just been traveling the last few days together.
So you don't know Sal?
No, I mean, not exceptionally well, but how do you know Sal?
We're friends.
How long have you known him?
That's none of your business. But a long time. He's just
Like
kind of
when
looking
a
around.
mutual friend leaves, the two
Yeah.
really don't know each other.
Yeah.
He's just kind of looking around. He's not afraid to sit in the silence.
How long have you been in Barovia? I take it you're not from here.
I'm not from here. I've been here for a year. How long have you been here? 2 days?
It's true. Yes. Not very long.
Listen, your friend, back what he did to the Baron is not happy. Now, I actually came here on behalf of his orders to take that man in to custody. Gabe, I believe his name is, but you're lucky I'm not actually here to do that.
Well, I appreciate you not doing that, and I'll have to talk to Gabe. I guess I don't really fully know what he did while he was in there by himself.
Sal!
Yeah, I'm coming. You gonna get kicked out of another tavern? Is it?
He stands up after this dull, dire conversation with Petra. He stands up and runs over to you, Sal, and gives you a hug, like picks you up on the floor. Sal, come here. All right.
Hey.
You ready?
Yep.
Let's do this.
Yeah, let's get going.
He leads you out of the inn, out into the street. The rest of you, as you, Petra, you see Sal just leave with Izek. I'll say, the Arena knocks on your door, Richard, as you're up in your room.
Hello.
Hey, you getting up? Should we?
I'm up, and they'll step out, and I look Same pretty much as I did yesterday, except I probably swapped the white shirt that I've been wearing the past couple days with like a forest green one.
Nice. I like your shirt, forest green. It's my second favorite color.
Hey, what's your first?
Lavender.
It's a good one. What's
Yeah.
your least favorite?
Mauve.
Oh, I don't mind mauve.
Nah, not for me.
I don't like orange.
Yeah.
Looks bad on me.
Well, this green looks good on you.
Thank you.
Well, I didn't mean to wake you. I was heading downstairs and I wanted
I know,
some
I was up.
companion to eat with.
I'm up.
She goes and knocks on Gabe's door. Gabe, are you up?
Yes, Gabe, are you up?
Yep, sorry. I opened the door. Sorry, apologies.
We're just two people looking for a third to eat some breakfast with.
Well, off we go.
Is there something going on between you two?
Between us?
Yeah, I don't know. Do you know each other? How?
We do know each other.
Gabe. Yeah, we do.
Oh,
How do we
yes.
know each other? Gabe, can you remind me? I'm sorry. It's crazy that I've forgotten. How do we know each other?
Well,
Exactly.
It's so weird that I'm the one that needs to. It's weird that your memories failed you here, Richard. I mean, perhaps you need to get your mind checked. Richard and I are acquaintances from not too long ago. We ran into each other, and there's a moment where Gabe just kind of looks at Richard, and then when he like widens his eyes, like, really? And then he's like, all right, I'm not gonna back down. And then we fucked for the evening. Probably
Yeah,
thought
we really did.
Probably
Like a
thought we
lot.
would never see each other again, and
100% not.
then we were forced to travel with one another and be
Yeah.
in a place where we can't escape.
Wow. How was it?
Really good, actually.
Fantastic.
Oh, that's
I had a great
good.
time.
Would you do it again, or is it past?
Okay, no, okay, no.
I don't know, Richard. I don't know. Richard, why don't you? Would we? Is that something that you would entertain?
Richard blushes for the first time. It's like, okay, that's okay.
Gabe just laughs like loudly and just starts walking.
Arena laughs as well and just doesn't ask any follow-up questions, heads downstairs. When you're downstairs, it's Petra and Sal is gone, and so is Ezek. And Arena kind of gathers the rest of you around and says, I'm gonna head to the church. You can come with me if you want, but I think that might be my final stop.
Well, the one person that I really wanted to accompany you to the church has just left the building.
Sal?
I thought I heard. Is that Ezek I heard earlier?
Because
Petra.
we don't know it's necessarily as bad as it is today, but we do know about his like yearning for pie.
You're
You're aware of it, right?
Yeah, you don't know the severity of it for sure.
Yeah. Sorry, Petra. Yeah, what did you say?
Yeah, Ezek was here and waiting for Sal, and then the two of them just left. Also,
Oops.
Ezek said that you got into some trouble in the Baron's house, and that he was sent here to arrest you.
Well, apart from the trouble that we all got in yesterday?
Yeah, I'm assuming that's what they're speaking of. I mean, well, Sal and I did go to the Baron's house last night, but we didn't do anything.
You did what?
Wait a minute. Sal and I, Victor never showed up, right? And so we were worried about the lad. And so we went to the manor. We looked through the window of the boy's room, saw that he was there and sleeping and fine, and then we left. We didn't even step foot on the property.
It's not so bad.
Am I to only trust my own wits in this place?
We might have. He does not want to say it, but he also like Petra's stare at him feels like the stare of Belinus himself, and he says, "We might have also framed those drunk assholes and got them caught by the guards.
Cool.
Well, that's not so bad.
Okay, good. That's the part I was worried about.
Did we frame
Arena's
them?
like
They really
sweating.
wanted to do it.
No, I mean they were truly assholes. Even my oath, I did not break by doing what I did because they were such dicks. But yes, I truly I understand, and that's in a small part of us wanted to kidnap the boy, but we didn't because I know that it's not a good idea. So we didn't. We just walked away. So, but I do think that yes, what he must be speaking of is the fact that I cast a spell on the Baron.
Tell me more about this boy. You found a boy in the attic. I know that.
He's the son to the Baron, and he, and I just briefly go through like the fact that he was trying to do the teleportation circle, that he's the one that brought Ezek here. But the thing that I really hammer home is the fact that he clearly was afraid to be there, clearly didn't like his parents, and was just trying to get out of there. And so then that's what led me to mistrust the Baron from the beginning, and then when I saw he had Bill, yeah, it all went downhill from there.
So this probably means we can't just skip town.
Well, I mean, as long as I think what it really means is that if I am to be out in the public, I need to disguise myself.
Oh. Right. You can do that?
Nope.
Oh.
I mean, I have a cloak and I can walk around with a hood up, but
yeah, just put your hood up. I think that's maybe we can get a wig for you.
But if Ezek has had those orders, that means other guards have had those orders, and we don't want people just randomly trying to arrest me on the street. Or maybe you do. I don't know.
No.
No. Also, before we go, I think Sal's not here, so maybe should wait, but I think we should, all of us, Arena, talk about what you would like to do next. Seems like we've got our agenda, as it were, figured out. And I wanted to know if you wanted to be a part of that or stay here. We could go see about St. Andrew's being a safe place for you to stay, or if you want to stay here with your friends.
I thank you for asking me. I appreciate that. I want to go to St. Andrew's Church. I think that place will be safe for me, and if it is safe, I will stay there. I'll stay in town, and I will let you do as you wish. I mean, my wish is to have the devil be killed. I don't know if that's even possible, and I don't want you to go endanger yourself for me, but I'm not going to stand in your way of whatever your plans are, of course.
I give a look to Gabe, knowing that he was kind of the one to hold out and bringing her into the conversation itself.
I show an openness.
Yeah. That is in some ways part of our plan. Eventually, to confront Strahd. Seems that we've got a bit of a checklist before we get there, but
I think this Madame Ava, she was a kook, but I think things that she spoke on, those fortunes, I think they will lead us to things that will help us in the case against the devil. Matt, quick question for you. When I look at like Arena's handout, like I see that she's like in plate armor.
Yes.
And I know that our Arena is not walking around in plate armor.
Here.
Does she seem to be like... She doesn't look like a fighter at all, right?
Yeah, so you can see this picture of her. She's
Yeah.
yeah, the picture of her in the book has her in plate armor, but she's not wearing plate armor. She's wearing like leathered armor. She does have a sword that you've seen her use.
Yes. Yeah.
And she's pretty competent, but she's not, she's not like an accomplished fighter by any means.
Like Gabe would, just because I can't see her, this is why I'm asking you. Gabe would consider it very unsafe for her to go with them. Like she probably wouldn't be able to hold her own. In
Yeah, I mean,
game's mind.
she's lower level than
Okay,
your
cool.
characters are.
Yeah,
Basically.
yeah, totally. Because if she could like handle herself, he wouldn't be like saying all this. But yeah, if she looks like just like a normal citizen, who's like maybe just a little bit better. Okay. Yeah. No, I think that these fortunes are step one. Well, step one is getting you to St. Andrews and finding out what the hell is going on with Sal and Essek.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do it. Do we have a team name?
Oh.
Oh, okay.
I suppose all teams do have.
I kind of wanted to just have a team name, but maybe we can think about it later.
It's only day 3.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy. I feel like I've known you all my life.
Months.
I think that
yeah.
conversation definitely needs to wait until
Sal I'll probably name it like Meatball or something. The meatball.
You woke up
Yes.
again, Richard, for the second day in a row. Are you starting to believe?
Well, after talking with Rictavio, like I said, I actually really liked him by the end of everything. He really sort of put it together that 1, I don't think we're dead, and 2, no timey-wimey nonsense happened, and so it's not like 50 years later, probably. So,
do you have someone? Do you? Because it seems like you are pressed for time, Richard.
Oh, this is where you ask for my backstory. You didn't share last night, so I'm not either.
I've shared quite a bit with you.
Well.
Sounds like you've shared a lot together.
Since we've been here, even.
We shared a lot with each other.
Since we've been here, I've shared some. You know of my secret. You didn't even know of that the last time we went.
Oh, the wings. Yeah, so that's sort of a good one.
Come on, Richard.
You guys keep giving knowing stares to each other as you talk. There's a lot of staring going on in your conversation, and it's just fascinating to me.
I just feel like I'm talking. I make eye contact with those I speak with.
True.
So, is that really a proper conversation for right now? Right? Should we probably be finding Sal and
we're walking and talking. Can't you do the same? Can't you do 2 things at once?
Okay. Sure. Secrets. Let's share a secret. All right. So,
you don't have to share all of them.
No, I'm not going to. I'm going to share a secret. That's why I said a secret.
Okay.
A secret is before I met all of you, I had killed someone once, long way away from here, and yesterday I saw that person's grave on the side of the road. It can't be there because I know where that happened. It's a very long way from here. But that person is buried here. It's kind of weird, right?
Yes.
That's why I was having a absolutely massive crisis yesterday. You have to understand. So I saw a body. Well, not the body. I saw a grave. It was, should be thousands of miles away from here. If here is where we were, you know what I mean.
Wait, Richard, are you dead?
Sorry?
I don't know. Maybe we're all dead.
We're not all dead, people.
Oh, okay.
I had just gotten past the whole "I'm not dead"
Well,
thing, and now
kinda
you
bringing
ask
it
if
up
I'm
again.
dead
I don't know.
again.
I'm sorry that you have to deal with that, Richard. That's. It seems that this place knows things about each of our pasts that maybe is. Petra, have you seen anything from your past here? Seems all of us have, but you.
My past did bring me here. It's been my calling as part of my order, as you know, to
Right.
hunt beasts and doing absolutely everything I can to take them down. I don't know if you know this, Gabe, but the person who trained me in the arts, Rudolf von Richten, he was exiled, excommunicated, because he went too far and people got hurt.
Have I ever heard of Von Richten?
Yes, you have.
Yeah.
A legendary monster hunter.
I'd not heard from him since he left. He left me very little word when he was judged, which I thought was a kindness after the fact. Try and distance himself from me, so none of that blew up on me. But now I've been doing this alone for a long time, and before we all came here, I found a note from him that seemed to be saying that he was going after this devil. And I've not seen any sign of him here, but I think he could be here somewhere.
Well.
Oh. So we got Monster Slayer, Angel Not an Angel, Spawn Church, and Murderer. So that's cool.
Dead dad.
Oh.
And a very old wizard.
How old is he?
I don't know, he seems very old.
I didn't...
I mean, he's spry for his age, for sure. He was able to keep up with
Yeah.
me last night, but he...
What?
What?
Hmm?
When we were running down the street, Richard.
Ah, okay.
Goodness gracious.
I don't know.
All right, I'll say that you guys are having
clearly
this
very
conversation as you walk down the street towards the church altogether.
Yeah, I really quickly go grab my armor and put that back on.
Cut to Sal. Sal, as you're walking down the street with Ezek, he's like giddy almost. Sal, oh, it's so good to see you. I cannot wait until you meet her. Please, today's the day. And he like shakes you. Oh, okay. Oh yeah. You ready?
Calm down. Who am I meeting?
He like kind of looks around. He says, "Listen, I can't talk about her here because I still work for the Baron, and the Baron and her are not best friends. But that's why we got to take the back alleys."
All right, yeah, but who? Oh yeah, I'll follow you. Is there anything I need to know? Any good first impression I can make?
Well, she's been waiting for you. She's been waiting for you. Listen, Sal, I don't know what happened to you back then, man, but I thought you had abandoned me, and I'm just glad you're back. It's so good to see you.
Yeah, I may have lost my way, but it's good to be back into the fold.
He takes you through some of the back yards, careful to avoid any of the main roads, and he comes up to a big house, not as big as the burgomaster's, but certainly a large, multi-story mansion. There are eaves and balconies kind of strutting out to the top second floor. It looks disused, or overused. The needs repairs, but slightly neglected. Some of the shutters sagging on this house. Ezek takes you up to the back and knocks 2 times on the back door. Kind of looks back at you, big smile, like giddy smile. The door opens. A service man dressed plainly, obviously like a maid of sorts, opens the door, and Ezek nods and lets you into this back door, take you through the servants' quarters that are crowded and cramped with cots and cleaning supplies. A couple people in here on break. Takes you through one of the dining rooms, lavishly designed room with tables. Can you make a perception check?
Yeah. It's just saving throws. That disadvantage.
Yes, just saving throws.
Oh man, that's bad. 9, but my passive perception is a 16.
Okay.
I'm just putting that out there.
You, as you're walking through this room, you see there's a bunch of pictures up on the wall. The first picture is of a regal woman, stern face, wearing a nicely appointed, like royal looking dress. And the plaque underneath it says Fiona Wachter. And then next to it, there is a regal looking man, hand placed on the banister of a grand staircase, wearing a suit. And this plaque says Nikolai Wachter. And then you see 2 paintings or 2 drawings of people that you recognize, Carl and Nikolai Wachter, the 2 kids that you had just taken to the burgomaster. They're kind of shit-eating grin on their faces in their drawing. And then the last one is a young girl, maybe 14, sitting nice dress in a chair in the middle of a room, and it says Stella Faulkner. And Isaac kind of takes you into this like he says, "Oh, I'll take you upstairs to the library. That's where she'll
Perfect.
be."
Yeah.
Listen,
Great.
he stops you.
Takes
And he
me
says,
back. Yeah.
Listen. Okay. We've been waiting for this day for a long time, and you were right all along. You remember the wizard? You remember the wizard, right?
Yeah. No,
You said the spell book was the key.
Yeah.
And that you went there,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't see you, so I went there, and I did it. Sal, I did it. I got it. It works. I mean, sure, did I wake up here in an attic? Yeah. But I did it.
You got his spell book?
Yeah.
What happened to him?
Oh, don't forget about him. And listen, Fiona, he puts his hands on her shoulder. Fiona, she found me here. She also has it. She has the book. She's been casting. I'll let her. I'm sorry. I'm so excited. I'll let her explain.
Real quick, have you heard from the sons this morning at all? Has any word from them?
Carl and Nikolai.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't know their names.
He takes a sigh, and he kind of closes his eyes, and he says, "Yes, I have. They were found outside of the burgomaster's mansion. I tried to advocate on their behalf as the captain of the guard, and I would have been able to if I wasn't fired yesterday by your friend.
Yeah.
So I have no authority, and I could not advocate on their behalf. They are most likely at the gallows now."
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Cool. I don't know why I even asked. Forget about it.
All right. Okay. Well, get your head in the game. Okay.
Eric, the gallows, not the stocks. They're at the gallows.
Oh shit! Never mind.
He takes you by hand into the library. Your mind is racing as he says that to you. He takes you into this beautiful library. Books of every single kind you could possibly want. Your eyes light up at this second floor library, and sitting in the middle of the room is a tall woman you recognize as Fiona Faulkner. She has her gray hair up in a bun behind her, beautifully regal dress coming to the floor. She holds a tome in her hands, pearl jewelry on her, around her neck, glasses at the tip of her nose, and she says, "Ah, yes, Sal, is it? Please, I've been waiting for you."
It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'll bow.
Yes, of course. Now, Sal, do you know why you are here?
To be honest, I don't have a doggone clue.
What is your opinion of Strahd?
From what I've seen, he seems like he's ruling this place with an iron fist, and that's definitely a sign of strength.
She looks at you and nods, and she says, "Yes, of course, everyone here is terrified of him, but in my opinion, the Baron is worse than he could ever be. And have you seen, he puts on these festivals? I'm sure you've seen. It's pathetic."
Yeah, the Baron's a dick, not a fan.
"I would rather serve the devil than a madman, would you not agree?"
I agree wholeheartedly. Couldn't put it better myself, ma'am.
Now, Sal, I have it under good authority that you are a wizard?
Yes, I have trained in the arcane arts.
Now, perfect, because I have something that I need you to help with.
It'd be my pleasure. What do you need? Point me in the right direction.
You see, Sal, I once met Strahd, and I was a little girl, and my mother took me to his castle, and he gave me a tome as a gift. He was incredibly inviting, a beautiful man.
What a guy.
And I've spent these years trying to figure out what this tome means, how to read it. He gave it to me for a reason, you see, Sal. I'm so close, Sal. So I went to Madame Ava. Do you know her?
Yes, I've met her yesterday, day before. It's kind of fuzzy, but yeah, I've met Madame Ava.
Well,
She actually told me to seek you out, I believe.
That's beautiful because this is the card that she gave me. She shows you a Taroka card that says the hooded one on it. And she says, I guess this is fate, Sal. She told me that an outsider would come and I would be able to finish what I've started. Now, I thought that outsider was Ezek here, but he has proven mostly useless to me. Ezek goes, well, I mean, we did this. Pulls out his arm. She nods. Now, Sal, what I'm asking you to do is going to be probably difficult, but I want you to know the benefits before I tell you what to do. Is that fair?
Right. Yeah, sounds like a fair deal to me.
And first, I just want to sweeten the deal just a bit. She points to her bookshelf and she says, these are for you. She points to scrolls that have kind of been pushed in between a stack of books. Consider this statement of our friendship.
Well, thank you. I won't even look at them. Is she handing them to me?
No.
Okay, never mind.
Can you make an investigation check?
Yeah. That's really bad. Oh my god, I haven't rolled above a 10. Investigation is I got +7, 15.
Okay. You see this bookshelf has books on every subject. There's actually a whole row, a shelf of it, of anthology of called Dr. Rudolph Van Richten's Guide to Monster Slaying. And there's a book on killing werewolves. There's a book on killing slimes. There's a book on killing goblins. There's a book on killing every single possible creature except for vampires. Which seems to be the glaring omission from this particular list of books. The 2 scrolls that you pull are spells, and now you know that these scrolls can be used as a one-time version of the spell, and then the scroll is discarded. But you can copy these spells into your spell book. The first spell is Burning Hands, the spell Burning Hands. And the second spell is Invisible, or Invisibility, 2nd level spell Invisibility. And she says,
It's a lovely collection you got. I'm a big fan.
Thank you. I appreciate you. I assume that you are a collector of books yourself.
The newly minted collector, but I've just started my fledgling collection. Don't have too many rare ones yet, but
yeah, Lady Voctor, Sal here is a great reader.
Yep.
He looks at you and gives you a thumbs up. Fiona takes you to a room on this floor, and she opens the door, and you see sitting inside this room is a small 15-year-old girl you recognize as Stella. And Stella is sitting there in a nightgown in a room that is mostly empty except for a single chair in the center of the room. She stares blankly dead ahead. And Fiona Voctor takes you into the room, and she goes up to Stella and says, Stella, we have a visitor. Stella continues to stare directly ahead. She looks to you and she says, you see my daughter here, Stella, she was born without a soul.
Oh, fuck. That's not good.
Emotionless, characterless, their life is nothing. I'm sure you've met a few like this here.
Yeah, I have. It's always heartbreaking.
Yes, it is. I believe, Sal, that I can cure these people. I can give them their soul back. In fact, I also believe that I can raise the sun once again in Vallaki. You see, everyone here thinks that Strahd is cursed our town, but he has not visited here in over 100 years. He doesn't care about Vallaki. He doesn't want us to be sad, though. He gave me that book for a reason, and I think he wants me to be able to cast it. And you, Sal, are the final step.
What do I have to do?
I'll take you to the book. And she proceeds down the stairs to the first floor. Isaac shakes your shoulders. This is it, man. This is it, man. Game face on. Game face on.
All right.
He
Thanks.
cracks his. She leads you to a door and a stair set that goes down into a basement. You descend these creaky stairs into this cellar. You can see there's a small entry room has just dirt as the floor, and there's a couple of cots stashed, about 6 of these cots kind of stashed in the corner. No one here. But she goes to the far side of the room, opens up a door to you till you find a small chamber. There are walls are stone. You are kind of deep in the ground at this point, below the ground level in the street in the house. It is dark and musty. It smells like rotten earth. There's a foul Icarus odor in this room. But
well, if this doesn't take you back, he's like, I don't know what does.
Yes, I as soon as I stepped in the room. But you see the only thing in this room, there's no other exit or entry other than the door that you came in, but there is in the center, a pedestal, and there is a tome sitting on this pedestal. And this tome is familiar to you because it looks exactly like yours.
Mm.
And she says, here it is, the book that he gave me. Feel free to look at it if you want.
Strahd gave you this book.
She nods.
Yeah, please, I'll go walk over to it and just kind of open the book to see if it's inside of the same book.
Yeah, make an investigation check.
One of these dice has to roll well. That's a natural 20. That's a saxophone on the dice, baby.
Okay, you saxophone on the dice. You can see that the book is written by the wizard, undoubtedly. All of these runes and spells are exactly like it was in your book. It's undecipherable chicken scratch. Crazy. It reminds me so much of your spellbook. Although towards the back half, you can see there's like a journal of sorts, like someone has written their thoughts, and you kind of speed read through the first entry is a point of view entry from the account of a general in an army. And it talks about how he swept his army through a valley and defeated and conquered the land from the forest and the mountain folk. And as he conquered the land, he decided to name it Barovia in honor of his father, King Baroff Vanzerovich. And then you see there's a second diary entry, and it starts to talk about the building of a grand castle dedicated to his mother, Ravonia. But before you can read this entry, Fiona comes up and turns the page, and she says, "Not that far. That's not for prying eyes to see. But here," and she points to a page open. It is a single bit of runic writing scrawled all around the margins of this page. Dizzying and enigmatic and hard to even look at. It's clearly 100% written in the wizard's writing. And Fiona says, "What does this mean, Sal?"
Do I know what it means?
Make an Arcana check.
Come on, saxophone.
Come on, Eric.
I'm not even joking. It's another.
Yeah, baby!
It's another saxophone. It's a natural 20, 27 total.
All right. You know that you can't read this because this is a high level spell. It's higher spell level than you have or know or can cast. But I mean, if you think you could cast it by reading the spell aloud, and as you're reading it, you recognize what the spell is. This is a conjuration spell. And let's see. It is called Conjure Infernal.
Yeah.
This is and in fact, you recognize this to be a specific version of that spell. Normally, this spell would conjure pull a devil straight from hell. But this is more specific. It is targeting a particular devil named Lorcan, the Finger of Oblivion.
What the fuck?
A powerful ancient evil that was once sent from hell to terrorize the prime material plane, but was captured and destroyed hundreds of thousands of years ago.
I mean, my eyes will just like blow up, and I'll.
Is everything okay? What just happened?
Are you alive?
Are you summoning an infernal?
I am fine. Everything's fine. A picture just fell off the wall and hit me in the head.
Right in the head.
But everything's fine.
I for a second was like, surely I just didn't see that happen. And
I
then I
was
saw
like,
Zach react, and I went,
If
oh no.
maybe if I just don't react, they won't do anything.
Yeah, well, luckily this
We'll
is not
just
on
clip
camera.
it later.
Yeah, luckily where it's not.
Yeah, don't worry, it's been clipped. I'm glad you're okay though.
As you're looking at this book, Fiona puts her hand on your back and she looks at you, Sal, and she says, "Cast the spell, Sal." And Ezek says, "Sal, do it. I promise it's safe. Come on.
I mean,
this
it's
is it."
easy. You know what you did it. This is what we've been trying to.
Yes. Yeah, this is it. Sal, eternal life. Look at my arm. I'm more powerful. I'm more athletic. Have more constitution than I've ever had in my entire life. I was a nothing, a nobody, a slouch before. Now look at me. I'm the captain of the guard. I'm a force to be reckoned with.
Captain.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Did you?
And Fiona says, "Don't be sorry about not working anymore for that buffoon, the Baron. You only worked for him so you could give me access." And he says, "Yes, lady." And he bows his head to her.
Did you try to cast this spell, Ezek?
Yeah. I'm not a wizard, though, man. You're the wizard. You're the smart one.
You fool! You don't know what you're messing with. If you one wrong move, it could have. You're lucky you're standing here.
I didn't realize. I thought it was going to be easy. I have a newfound respect for you, man.
You're messing around with shit that you can't comprehend, my friend. Look, this is. I know the spell. Do you know what this? Do you know the spell?
Yeah, man. It's like.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course you do. You got the fucking arm of a goddamn devil. I can't do it.
Why not?
I don't have everything we need.
What are you missing?
If you give me a day, I just need some supplies. I need some bat dung. I need some chalk from the depths of the 8th level of hell. I need an eyeball of a newt. There's a couple things that I need to do this.
Make a deception
have them
check.
on me.
Here comes the natural one.
Natural 20 in her eyes coming. That's a 3.
Ooh.
Plus, probably not much. What'd you say? Performance?
Deception.
Doesn't matter. It's all the same. 4.
Fiona puts her hand on your
Hold on.
back.
Let me see if I can make myself reroll. If it's just other people. Is reaction you or a
probably
creature
can.
you can see within 30
You're
feet.
totally dead, dude.
No, I can do it. I can reroll it. I can reroll it as a reaction.
Okay.
Me or another creature. No, that's a 5. So 6.
Oh no.
Fiona puts her hand on your back and kind of forcibly turns you away from Ezek, and she says, "Sal, come on. cast the spell. You don't need those components. I am a spellcaster myself.
Then why don't you cast it?
It's beyond my capabilities.
Do you, if you truly know what this spell does, how would this help your daughter?
Lorcan, the Finger of Oblivion, can be persuaded.
You think Lorcan, the Finger of Oblivion, could be persuaded? Then you are more foolish than I took you.
She crosses her arms and she says, Sal, I've dedicated my life to the research of this. You have come here and you have set your eyes on this book for 5 seconds. You know nothing. If you don't want to cast the spell, that's fine. But I will implore you that your not casting the spell will be the undoing of humanity.
I mean, that's a chance I might be willing to take in this scenario, ma'am.
Isaac comes up
With
to
all
you.
due respect.
He says, Sal, what the hell, man? This is it. We've been working for this. Just cast the damn spell. I did it once. It's fine.
I can't do it, Isaac. And I can do it, but I won't do it.
Isaac takes a second, and you can see
do with me what you must.
He's debating whether to tell you this or not, and he kind of like backs him. Listen, man. Before when I told you about the wizard, right? I went to find the book. I didn't find the book. I did find the wizard though. And listen, the reason why our friend Lorcan can be persuaded is because I gave him the wizard.
What the fuck did you do, Isaac?
He owes us.
What do you mean you gave him the wizard? How did you give? What did you do to the wizard?
I tied him up. I took him to the basement, took open the spell. I tried to cast it. I was dragged into the pits of hell. And I gave him to him.
Is he alive? Is he dead?
He's alive. Unfortunately for him.
And he's with Lorcan? I cast the spell.
Oh!
Go back to the book and I cast the spell.
Okay. Go back to the book. You cast the spell. The runes and the words floating in your head. Fiona takes a step back. Isaac rubs his hands excitedly as you walk up to the book.
What's your least favorite color?
I'm raising fucking safe over here.
You, as the words twist out of your mouth, your blood pressure begins to drop, and you suddenly get a little bit of tunnel vision, and you're like looking at yourself in like almost a fisheye. You take a few deep breaths, but can't catch your breath. It's suddenly very hot in here. You kind of look around. You can see the words that you have just incited are now floating in the air in front of you. And then perched on the edge of the pedestal, you see your familiar, Linguini. Kind of looks at you, and it looks proud at you almost, like happy. And it kind of walks up to the book that you just cast a spell, takes its beak and rips open a page. But the page tears not like paper, but like the wound opening on a recently stitched body part. And it's viscous, and there's mucus and blood pouring now from the pages of this book. It is grotesque, and Linguini looks at you, dives into the hole, has to kind of shuffle its wings as it almost gets digested by this hole in this book. Can you make a charisma saving throw?
At disadvantage. Because I haven't had any pie. 6.
You kind of lean over the book, and a hand reaches out from the hole and grabs your face and pulls you in. The rest of you, I assume you are walking and talking, and you have made your way down the streets to the front of St. Andrew's Church. It is a somewhat it is an impressive area or building for, at least for Vallaki, a tall white church with a bell tower and beautiful stained glass on the front. Petra, can you make a religion check for me? The rest of you can see that the front doors are open and there is a small congregation and an elderly man at the front reciting a sermon currently.
I think as we're walking up, I'm muttering to Gabe, so I didn't mean like, when I'm back there, I didn't mean like never again, but I just didn't know, like in the moment, she just asked like, oh, you want to do it again? I just didn't know how to respond. So I didn't mean like never again, but she, you know what I mean?
I feel like the longer I stare at you, the more you'll just keep talking.
Yeah. That's how this works with me.
We're on the same page.
Okay, look at church.
Petra, what'd you get on your religion check?
Is a 16.
Okay, Petra, you instantly recognize that this church is hallowed ground. You can see scribbled bits of runic writing all around the entire perimeter, like etched on the door frame and around the side of the building, completely surrounding this place. Hallowed ground is a difficult thing to come by because in order for a place to be hallowed, it must be ordained by an actual saint, a person of great religious importance. So this place is a holy ground of some sorts beyond just being a church. In fact, this is the perfect place for Arena to stay, because if a creature is inside of a church that is hallowed, no creature of evil intent can step foot inside. But there is, of course, a problem. For some reason that you can't quite tell, the hallowed ground part of this church has been deactivated or disabled. And as you kind of walk into the front door, you can see there's an elderly man with priest robes and morning lord gear, and he's finishing up a sermon. And go now and be shepherds unto the morning lord, and he will find you in a field of bright sunlight, and you will smile as you look down upon the greatness of his being until you become blind with love from you are looking at the sun. People, amen. And they kind of start to shuffle and stand up and mosey out of the room. And the priest looks over to you and says, "Oh, you are new to the Church of St. Andrew's. Hello, my name is Father Lucian. Welcome."
Hello, my name is Gabriel. I just try to see if he has any yeah, okay.
Oh, dear morning lord.
This is also.
Thank you for giving me this present.
Another place. Hello.
Hi there. Yes.
Oh, is he on the wall here?
What? Excuse me?
Never mind. Just.
Oh, okay. What can I do for you?
Sorry.
Would you like some incense?
I just not trusting anybody. I grab my holy symbol and whisper some words underneath my breath and use a divine sense.
Okay, your divine sense indicates nothing around you.
Oh.
Yep, it seems this is a normal man. And he says, yes, are you here for our service? We just finished, but there's another service in 45 minutes.
No, to be honest, we've come here seeking safe passage for our friend, and I just kind of look to Arena.
Father, I've come from Barovia, and I know, I've heard that this church is protective, and I wish to seek shelter here if need be. And the father says, "Oh, yes, it is a hallowed place, but the bones are gone. The bones of Saint Andrew, that's what gives it the power, and they're gone. They were taken. It was
Going
that
to say,
damnable Bill.
feels like something has gone off here.
Yes. Oh, yes. Listen, if you want to seek passage, you need to find the bones and restore them.
Did you say Bill?
Yes.
The young
Bill,
boy who sells fruit.
Oh, he sold. I told him he should get a good job that's like sells fruit. He's the grave digger here. He digs the plot in the cemetery out back. He's frustrating.
He took the bones.
I believe so. I was going to confront him, but I have not seen him in a day.
We may know his whereabouts.
Well, if you do, tell him he deserves a spanking.
If we are to ensure that this place is safe for you to stay, I think we do need to find where Bill is.
I just, as a player, did we not just bring him back to the tavern with us? Did we separate with him after?
He was at the tavern with you when you went, and then he must have gone. He just didn't
stay the night. Yeah.
Yeah. He lives in town, so he must have gone home.
So he's worked for you, Father.
Yes. Yes. He lives alone in a house just down the street. I went.
Which house?
Today. He walks outside and points to 3 houses down, a very modest, basically shack, essentially, on the side of the road.
I looked at Petra basically as almost like permission. I just start walking.
I nod. Thank you so much, Father. It's sad to see that a place like this has been desecrated, and I can feel the power here, and I would love to help it be restored. May Sunlight's blessing keep you warmth and in the light. And I follow Gabe.
May Sunlight's blessing keep you warm in the light as well, young woman. Thank you. You head, Gabe, you go up to this door of this building?
Yeah.
All right, knocking, breaking it down.
Just knocking. Now.
Knocking. The door opens. It's Bill. He looks tired. Oh, hey. Woo.
Bill, did I save your life last night?
Yes, thank you again. I was just gonna come back and
Wonderful.
Thank you.
No need to apologize. If that's the case,
yeah.
You owe me a simple answer to a simple question.
Okay.
Do you have the bones of St. Andrel?
Oh, fuck.
Bill.
No, I don't have them. I gave them.
Bill!
I'm sorry. He wanted them. He gave me money for it.
Who?
Henrik. He's the coffin maker.
This place and its bloody scavenger hunts. What were you thinking?
I wasn't thinking. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Do you know what those bones did for that place? They made it a safe
know.
haven. They protected it from people like the devil himself.
I didn't know. I'm sorry.
Can I roll it? Are these crocodile tears?
Yeah, roll an insight check.
Fuck! You're going in timeout. That's a 5.
Yeah, it's real.
Bill, yeah.
He says, I don't know. I'll take you to Henrik. He's just down the street. I'll take you there.
Oh, yeah, more just down the streets. I look to Gabe and Petra.
You're Gabe.
I look to Richard and Petra. I feel we have to.
No, it makes sense. We can't leave Arena until everything is super great, and they won't be super great until we get the bones. We need to get the bones from the coffin maker. Who's?
Right.
Yeah.
Bill, put some pants on and take us to get Henrik.
He nods. Arena has stayed behind at the church.
Yeah.
She's just hanging up there. She's not gonna come with you. The takes you down he puts on some pants, takes him down the street, and he stops in front of a shop, uninviting shop right on the side of the road. Coffin maker.
You could at least make it inviting.
It doesn't look like it's even open for business, but Bill goes up to the door and knocks and says, Henrik, we're closed. Henrik, can I talk to you real quick? Scram, kid, we're closed.
Hey, have you ever wanted to see a real life angel?
Look at Richard and roll my eyes.
Make a persuasion check.
Everyone else loves you. Ooh. Okay. Persuasion. 16.
Okay. The door creaks open, and you see a middle-aged, balding man who's white with lack of sunlight. Kind of peeks his head. Who's there?
Hello. Do you know this guy? And I point to Gabe. He looks like super nice to you. Angel, wingy stuff. Holy
I'm
stuff.
giving him such a stank face.
Holy stuff. Him?
What are you here for? Tell me. I'm not gonna let you in until you tell me what you're here for.
Bones, old man. We're here for some bones.
Do you have the bones of Saint Andrew?
Yeah.
He slams the door shut.
I
Damn it!
try to stop him from doing that.
Okay, make a strength athletics check.
Come on,
Good
baby.
at
It's
that.
the one thing I'm good at.
Petra.
17 plus 5, 22.
Petra's
Okay.
pulling out the maul from.
Okay. He tries to slam the
Love
door
the
shut.
attitude, Petra.
You grab the door and you force it open. He kind of falls to the ground. His eyes are wide open. He kind of backs up in the corner and goes, "Fuck, man. What the fuck? Just don't hurt me. Don't
I've
hurt
had
me."
enough games since being in this land of ill intent and death, old man. If you do not give me the bones of St. Andrew or tell me their location in the next 30 seconds, my friends here are going to have to stop me from ripping you
They're
limb
upstairs.
from...
It's upstairs.
Oh,
Nice.
well. Okay, well,
That's
please,
really easy.
show me the way.
What were you doing with the bones?
Oh, good
He
question.
shakes his head and he says, "It's upstairs. I'm not going to show you the way. You can find it."
I take manacles out from my kit
Uh-huh.
and lock one set to my arm and one set to his.
Nice. Okay. What's going? Stop! You don't make me
Hey.
go up there. Don't make me go up there.
And then I head upstairs.
Okay.
I'll go, and I'm looking for traps to see if anything
Yeah,
is...
I'll let Richard leave.
Okay. Make an investigation check, Richard.
Cool. Am I being...
I look at Richard's butt as he goes up the stairs.
Cool. It's nice. It's good. Plus 4, 21.
Okay. No traps of any kind that you see up the stairs. Go up to the top of the stairs and opens into a pretty big room the size of the building. The entire upstairs is just one like loft area. There are a couple like a table with some work tools on the side. This is obviously where the coffins are made because there are wood slats that have yet to be formed into the coffin shape. But scattered around this room as the only furniture are 6 coffins. They're just kind of sat closed around at random intervals across. You can see on the far side there is a window that overlooks the town square. You can kind of see people milling about in the town square, getting ready, doing their stuff. Henrik is there with you because you've dragged him, and he's not saying anything.
I release another pulse of divine sense into the room, which is celestial fiend or undead
Gotcha.
within 60 feet.
You detect 6 powerful undead
Yep.
from each of these coffins. Powerful.
All right, we're not alone in here. These coffins have occupants.
Oh. Okay.
I need answers now.
You
What
two are
is
the ones that
this?
are good with that.
He kind of looks at you and he's like hyperventilating. He's clearly terrified, but he says, he already knows he's coming right now.
Who's
Fuck.
coming?
Where are the bones? We need to get them back to the church. Tell me now.
Can you make an intimidation check at advantage?
Oh, sure. It's a 19.
Okay. He looks at you wide-eyed and points to a coffin in the center of the room.
Keep him there. I'll go to the
Mhm.
coffin.
I point it out and say, "Be careful."
I would like to use the blade of my axe to open the coffin, in so doing preparing myself for a downswing if I need to.
Okay. You open the coffin and have your axe out, and laying in this coffin is a human man, maybe in his early 30s, wearing ragged, disgusting clothes that are half hanging off his body. His face and body and arms are pale white. Seated at his feet is a bag, large, kind of bulbous bag. And as soon as you open the coffin, his eyes open. And he looks up at you.
I swing
Just
down.
sits you swing down.
I'm not
Richard.
letting him do anything.
Richard, Petra, what do you do?
I think I would have been pretty close behind Gabe. Once I see the bag of bones, could I, if I get away, I just like as quickly as I can, like try and like pierce the top of it with like my rapier so I can like drag it back towards me. I'm using like my rapier as a grabber.
Okay. Petra, what are you doing?
I grab his name's Heinrich,
Yeah.
and I like pull him with like the manacle, like jerking his arm probably over, and like grab him by the shoulder also, like shove him in front of me.
Okay.
And that's
Can you roll an attack with advantage, Gabe?
Lordy day. Okay, that is a 19 on the die for a total of 24.
That hits.
These
Can
are
you roll
nice
damage?
vampires.
I am going to dump a divine smite into this.
Are these vampires?
And if he's
They're in a
undead, that
coffin.
means 3d8.
Yep, he is.
And I'm
he is
using
undead.
this. I'm also using this two-handed. Okay, so that's very good. That is 9 plus 3 is 12 points of slashing damage from a non-magical weapon, not silvered. So I don't know if that makes a difference. But radiant damage, that is 21 points of radiant damage.
Ooh.
Okay, 33 total.
So total of 33, yeah.
You slam down on this man, and it cleaves his shoulder, and his eyes go wide and exposing fangs out of his mouth. Feral, disgusting, spitting. As the rest of you are in the center of this room,
I look to Richard and Petra and I just say, run!
All of the other 5 coffins slam open, and you see rising out of them are these vampire spawns. You grabbing the bones, Richard?
Yep.
Can you roll an initiative check for me?
Sure.
Oh my god, this is not good. This is not good.
I'm very good at initiative. That's my one good thing.
Yep.
And
You said they were very powerful. Okay.
That is a 30.
Okay, you grab the bag of bones right out from under this vampire, and you're dashing down the stairs. Is that where you're?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, I just look at them and tell them to run.
All right, Petra, are you running down the stairs?
I am, but I'm not gonna dash. I'm gonna use my action to channel divinity, turn undead.
Oh,
No.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that means they all need to make wisdom saving throws. Is that correct?
Wisdom saving throws. Yep.
Okay. So there's 6 of them. Okay, you got a +3 to that. Let's see. 9, 8, 15, 19, 6.
The
6.
15 and 19 both succeed.
Okay, only 2
good.
succeed. So they have to use their turn to run as fast as they can.
Yes.
Okay. All right. You all, as you use your turn undead, you all run downstairs. You're clutching the bones in your hand, dragging.
Am I able to run away?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
You can if you want.
Yeah. Well, I think what I'll do is Actually, it'd be kind of cool if it was like a little narrative moment, because I see, you know, Petra doing what she's doing, and I think we both have this moment of belliness and like knowing what we need to do. Like, this is what we've trained for. And while she gets out her holy symbol, I get out mine and I use my channel divinity on at least those other two abjure enemy, and they need to make wisdom saving throws.
All right. 21 and a 6.
Okay, the 21 succeeds, but its speed is still halved for a minute. Ooh. And the 6 fails, and it is afraid of me, and the speed is reduced to 0.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. All right, one is frozen in place. Only one is even active as you run out of the.
And its speed is halved. The one that's active, its speed is halved.
As you come out of the door into the air of the steps, you're kind of off a small road that leads off of the main town square. People are now screaming, running. You can see people are running towards you, away from the town square. You hear a large crash as the vampire spawn has jumped out of the windows on the top floor. It has now jumped and landed in the street. And there's a woman nearby that's kind of screaming. He jumps and starts devouring her right in the middle of the street. People are looking upon this in abject terror. You look around, you see as the people are vacating, the gallows in the center, 2 swinging bodies gently drifting in the wind, although they have been abandoned, because what has taken the place of all the people in this square is horrifying. Sal, you get sucked down into your book. It is a horrific experience. Your body is smushed and grabbed, and it's dark and it's hot, and you don't know where you are, but you can see a tiny bit of salvation, a little bit of light, and you try to pull your way up, and you pull your way out, and you are now in the bottom of a pit and in some infernal place, and you are covered and piled upon by bodies, writhing limbs. You are in the bottom of maybe a pile of 1,000 people, all grabbing you. People are grabbing your shirt and your mouth, and there's people, hands are in your nostrils, trying and grabbing your hair. They're just not even trying to grab you, or they're just trying to pull their way up out of this pile of bodies.
Guys, I think I fucked up. I think I messed
What do you do?
I mean, I just try to fight. It's like that scene in Game of Thrones where Jon Snow is getting like squeezed, and I'm just trying to get enough air to breathe at this point. If I'm being crushed.
Make an athletics check.
Fucking Ian McKellen is just like surrounded by dead bodies.
I'm not that old.
It's long gray hair, long gray beard. You know.
I'm like 40.
Oh, 45. I didn't know that. Your image looks very old for your character.
Oh, I thought he looked like 50 something.
Really?
Yeah.
8. Yeah, I'm late 40s, maybe early.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't call you old then.
You begin to pull yourself up, and there's people locked in perpetual terror as you kind of pull yourself, and they're screaming at you and spitting on you and trying to grab you. And
I spit on them back.
As you spit on it back, you see in front of you is Ophelia Hornswoggle, the hag that you had briefly written her name into your book. And she's staring at you, and her eyes go wide in recognition. And a tentacle pulls from inside of her throat and grabs her and pulls her out of sight further down below you. And you pull and grab and try to pull your way out up to the top. You finally break out of the top. Your legs are getting grabbed all the entire time. You have to constantly fight to even get up for air. And you see above you is this large chasm, and there are hundreds of these imp creatures, these red winged fanged creatures, and some of them are hanging on the walls, some of them are with pitchforks stabbing some of the stragglers of this pile of body. There's a couple of other that are gnawing on viscera and body parts in the corner. But no matter what these imps are doing all around this room, all of them are staring right at you, their heads turned in unnatural positions, and all of them have large, wide grins like a Cheshire cat, perfect aligned teeth that take up the most of their head. all just staring at you. But what you mostly see is seated in the top part of this chamber, literally floating in the air, suspended by chains, is the wizard. He is in the rack. His limbs are being pulled tight. You can hear the cracking of his bones. All the while, these imps are stabbing them with their razor sharp, coal hot pitchforks. He's screaming in agony and pain. And he looks down at you.
How far away is he?
100 feet above you. Suspended.
Not 90.
Nope, 100. And he looks down at you and says, "Stop! Help me!
I'm coming! I'm gonna cast Levitate on myself.
Okay, you cast Levitate. Make an athletics check.
Oh my god, all these dice are rolling so bad.
I can't. My mouth isn't.
Okay,
closed.
11.
You start to levitate, but the creatures below you are grabbing your ankles and pulling you down. There's a whistle, and you see way above you, there's like a hole out the top of this chasm, and some incredibly large creature you see stirring above. And the imps get the signal, and they all fly towards you and start to stab you with their pitchforks. And they're all screaming in unison at you. Stop! And then you feel a hand grab your ankle and pull you, yank you, and you are now being pulled back down through the bodies. Same thing. It's a rush of confusion and limbs hitting you in the face and getting hurt and hot and sticky and sweaty. And then you're pulled through the blackness back through, and you're now back inside of the chasm or the room in the bottom of the Wachter house. Except now the Wachter house has changed. Before, where there was the pedestal in the book, that is now gone. And instead, there is a pentagram that has been drawn in the center of this chamber in salt, completely surrounding you on all sides. At the point of each of these pentagons is a hooded, cloaked figure, each of them carrying a lit candle. The candle light dancing on the walls, flickering uncontrollably and unnervingly. As soon as you come to, one of the hooded figures in front of you gasps and like takes a step back at you. And then you see coming up from the shadows behind her, Fiona Wachter puts a reassuring hand on this hooded figure and she says, "Don't worry, he will not hurt you when he's in the circle." And then she turns to you. "Lorcan, Finger of Oblivion, help us." And you look over at the wall and you see your flickering shadow, now with two large horns coming out of your forehead. The rest of you, as you're now in the town square looking around, you see...
The rest of you for that?
The town square has vacated, except for in the center of the town square is Irina. And she is standing there, slightly slack-eyed, shoulder slumped, and does not have any of her gear with her. And across from her, you see a massive black stallion. But not just a black stallion, it has, coming from its mane and its hooves, bouts of burning flame. And seated upon the back of this horse, you see a man wearing all black. He steps off of the horse and walks over to Irina, puts his hand behind her head, and then looks over at all of you. You're now about 100 feet away at the edge. What do you do?
I'm sprinting towards this man.
All right, Petra, Richard?
I
Petra,
still
you say
have
first.
this guy
Yeah, you're
chained
handcuffed
to my
to him.
arm, but I take my other hand and from here, taking aim at who I can only assume is Strahd Zarovich, and aim a guiding bolt at him.
Oh, right. Richard, what are you doing?
Can you tell me how far away the church is from where we are?
The church is past where they are down the street,
It would.
hundreds of feet.
It would take me. It would take me like an unrealistic amount of time
Yeah.
of combat to get over.
Yes.
There. Okay.
Correct.
Just real quick before Richard says what he's doing, I just wanted to say one more thing. As I'm running, I am going to yell in Celestial, "Coward." Just wanted to add that. And then Richard,
Right.
sorry.
Guess I'll just go. Well, dab, and I'll throw a dagger at him.
Okay, roll your attack for guiding bolt and your attack for your dagger.
I mean, it's gonna be garbage, but no. 9 for me.
25. 19 plus.
Okay, your roll damage for your guiding bolt.
Fuck yes.
Oh well, if Petra's guiding bolt lands first, then
Oh,
would I
that's true.
get
Yeah,
advantage?
yeah. You would get advantage. That makes sense because
All right.
Petra rolled first.
Way better, actually.
46. Let's see what we get.
18.
Okay, yep, that hits.
Oh,
I
shit.
got-
This is 4.
2 6s and 2 4s, so it's 20 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
Nice.
Which-
Oh, sorry.
It's so nice. I know it's not much against Strahd, but also
So I rolled a 1, but because I just took the Piercer feat, I can re-roll that.
Oh yeah, nice.
Hey, much better. That's going to be a 7 piercing damage.
All right, your guiding bolt and your dagger hit him. He kind of staggers for a second. He is wearing now, you can see, beautifully appointed regal clothing, a cloak, black cape, boots. He holds himself with the air of someone who is of regal authority, but he has the vigilant awareness of a seasoned battle. But you hit him and he kind of staggers and he kind of looks back at you, slight smirk on his face. And that seems to, your words of celestial Gabe seem to knock Irina out of her stupor. She looks at the man in front of her, takes a step back, and then looks to you, and then runs to you.
Okay.
And then meets you like halfway,
Okay.
and like gives you a hug. And the man does not chase back. He just stands there in the center of the square. But he does speak as she leaves, and he says, quiet, but it's almost as if he's whispering into each of your ears as he says, "You'll come back to me, my love." And he kind of steps back and gets back onto his horse. And the horse begins to fly through the air, not with wings, but as if the air is the ground itself. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Holy shiza.
Matt, you can't make me wait a month as a fucking
That's-
devil,
yeah,
man. What
dude.
the fuck?
For real.
Oh my god. We're not gonna have another session in a month.
Are we sure about that? Are we sure about that? Are we sure about that?
We might be able to change something around.
You sure about that? Sure about that?
Nice. Well, that was fun. Thanks for playing.
That wasn't
Oh
fun, man.
my god.
That was so good.
No, that was great. That was actually
Matt, that was amazing.
Amazing.
What
Nice.
visceral imagery.
Great. Okay, yeah, you guys can keep this eerie music going. You guys can check out more Charmed Persons.
Oh
We
my
got
god.
God,
more.
I forgot there was an audience. Jesus
I got
Christ.
more high fantasy on Sunday. Back to Terra. Check that out. We got Tuesday is The Remains, Last of Us themed. Always great. Check that out. And then,
This
of
Sunday
course,
there is a time change this Sunday. We are starting at 1
yes.
p.m. Central, not 2 p.m. Central.
Yes,
so
put
just
that
a
in your
reminder of
planners. All right, yeah, Monster Hearts next Thursday at this slot, so lots of stuff. And let's get out of here. And of course, like always, everyone say bye.
Bye.
that. Bye.